And the streams, they just keep coming. Coming every doggone day, it seems. Ah, well, at least 4 times a week, they keep a-coming. Sometimes 5. You know, we do what we gotta do here in the Lornge lair. That's not a thing. Oh, I hate it when this does this. I want to share it, see, but somehow it goes, shush, I don't want to hear you. I'm just sharing this quick, folks. Sometimes people tune in for the first time and they think I'm just playing with my phone. I'm not playing with my phone. No, sir. I'm actually sharing this to people manually. Because if I share it through Restream, it does not show a cumulative number. And we want that I can't even say the damn word. Cumulative number to be representative of how many people are actually seeing these videos. Because that matters to some people. And so there you have it. I'm going to share this to a Jimmy Page. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go, the Koch Marshall Trio post. Oh, I did it. I did it, folks. Here's another guitar from Wildwood Guitars, Louisville, Colorado. Certainly my favorite guitar shop on the planet Earth. And I've been doing videos for Wildwood, doggone it. It's more than 10 years now. But since the pandemic they've been sending me guitars, you see. And this is one of them, diggity dog it. What's going on out there, music friends? Music friendship in the air, music friendship everywhere. It's important to establish musical friendships. Hither and yon and hither. Folks, this is a guitar that was sent to me by Wildwood Guitars in Louisville, Colorado. Wildwood Guitars in Louisville, Colorado. This is a Vintera. Vintera. See what they did there? Vintera. This one has got the old style frets on it. So we got old radius, 7 1/4 inch radius, and it's got the old vintage frets on it. This guitar seems like it comes with 9s. Almost all the guitars come with 10s these days, but this one really seems like it has 9s on it. It's a nice little quacky strat, and they're very cost effective. They're made down in Mexico, ladies and gentlemen. Mexico. I've been down to that Fender plant in Mexico. It's a glorious place. And back in the day, they used to do tours of that establishment. I think the first time I went down there was probably 1998. 1998, I went down there to Ensenada. And Bashar was running the place at the time. He was quite a character. But you'd go down there with a bunch of different dealers and whatnot, and they just had me go down as kind of check out the thing, because I was doing clinics and whatnot for Fender, and they had me go down, and they applied a lot of tequila to those folks. Well, let me put it this way. They gave people the opportunity to consume a lot of tequila. I was abstaining, of course, at that particular juncture in time, already having been on the wagon for several years at that point. And I saw people turn into creatures of the night as they applied the Patron in gratuitous quantities. But you know what? I'm not going to judge. But I am going to tell the story, 30 years later on live television or Intergoogle Vision. That's the case. Maybe. Anyway, very nice facility. But my favorite thing about it is in the morning they would serve a big, sumptuous Mexican breakfast. And I got to tell you, it was damn delicious. Okay? Can you dig it? Surf green, one of my favorite colors of all time. One of my favorite colors is surf green. Surf green. And this is a surf green, and they're lightly aged. They got a little bit of relicking done, but not a ton. See what I did there? A little bit of relicking done, but not a ton. Every time I take out a Relic guitar, my wife says, "Why would you want a guitar that's been pre-beat?" And I say, "Honey, what you need to understand is that some of the most desirable instruments of all time are the guitars from the 60s and the 50s, which by now are beat to hell. So if you want to have the kind of vibe of one of those older guitars, you would get one that was already broken and that looks like that. That's the attraction. And then on top of that, they do have a sound thing that happens. Now, people will say, oh, I don't know. And some jamoke will do some, very, very clever video on the Intergoogle on YouTube saying that, see, I told you so, it doesn't matter. I've played thousands and thousands of these instruments, and I'm here to tell you that a Relic guitar sounds different from like an NOS guitar. Sorry. And, boy, I'm getting kind of snarky today, just like my snark tuner. I got a new snark tuner that you can plug in and charge, folks. I just found that out the other day. I was at the guitar store, and I said, I need a snark. I'm always breaking them, losing them, whatever. Well, now they got a rechargeable one. I said, Lord have mercy. And the same charger that I use to charge up my Fishman Fluence pickups works on the snark tuner. Glory be. Can you dig it? Is Wildwood Guitars from Colorado? It is indeed. Louisville, Colorado. Some people might say Louisville. They would be incorrect, even though it's spelt the same. It's Louisville, Colorado. Can you dig it? Ooh. Sassy Cat says, ooh, it's a boomer thing is my favorite comment. Boy, isn't that weird? Who would have ever thought that being a boomer would be like a bad thing? What choice do you have? Although I am officially a year away from being a boomer. Apparently, the boomer cutoff is 65, and I was born in 66. Although I was the youngest of 7, so all my siblings are boomers. So I was raised a boomer. Ooh. So wow, I don't know where that came from, but I was raised a boomer. Yeah, I've heard the term boomer bends as well, when you bend like a boomer. And wow, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to do a little playing on this bad boy. Relic Job improves tone. It's a different sound because there's less finish on the guitar. And the way that they're made, I don't know if it's because there's more, for sure it's because there's less lacquer. But they definitely have a different way of ringing than a guitar with, that is, as I said, an NOS. And that's why I remember talking to the Wildwood folks years ago and saying, well, wouldn't it be great if you could get a guitar that has less finish on it, like a Relic would, but wouldn't be already pre-distressed. And that must have, I remember talking about it specifically back in the day. And then later on, they actually came out with something called Relic Ready, which was basically what I was thinking of. Not that, yay me, but it's a very good idea, because then you have a guitar that has that thinner lacquer on it, which is not going to be protected. It's going to be susceptible to injury, dings and whatnottery sooner, but at least you get to do the dinging. So, but they have that available through the custom shop. Wildwood does. So if you look on the Wildwood 10, you can get some that are Relic ready, which means they already have a very, very thin coat of nitro. And the necks might also be a little colored, like they're already on the way to being relicked. Can you dig it? On the way to being relic. Okay, we go. Just like that. A little jam for the kids. Lord. Lord. Hey, what's going on out there? Diggity dong it. Well, thank you, Joe D. I appreciate that. This is a fine sounding guitar. That's what I'm going to say. Sassy Cat, you want to hear slide? Is that what I just laid down some slide tracks today? I got my new tune called Human's Gonna Human, and I went in and I recorded it today. I did a bed track, and then I did a slide solo over the top of it. Relics are like Hollywood. Nah, you're overthinking it. Don't overthink it. It's just, it is what it is. Either you like it or you don't. It's really not worth getting your undies in a bundle about. There's no mysterious cabal of relic enthusiasts that are trying to make you all into relic fetishists. It's just a thing. It's just a thing for the people. If you like it, then cool. If you don't, that's cool. But it is what it is. Oh. Whoa, got a little ho at the end there. Good for you. Can you dig that kind of song? Are those the Tim Shaw pickups in that guitar? You know what? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the link provided in the description of this video. It says all the stuff that this guitar has is on it. It says vintage style 50s single coil Strat pickups. That's what it says. I don't know if those are, if Tim Shaw worked on them or not. I bet he did. But I can't say for sure. Interesting, it is an alder body as opposed to ash, which most 50s guitars would have been ash. Soft V neck. The body has a gloss polyester finish to it. Interesting. Very thin. I dig that. The neck has a gloss urethane. Soft V. 7.25-inch radius, folks. So it's old school radius. And it has the 21 vintage style frets. You got 2 tones, 1 volume, 5-way switch. Yada, yada, yada. It comes with a gig bag. They're pretty cost effective. They are, price on this one is $1,099, so $1,100. And sounds nice, plays nice. I dig it. And I dig the surf green. I've always been a fan of surf green, Daphne blue. Well, I like the Daphne blue because it morphs into like a green after a while. Were we listening to the bridge pickup only just now? When I was doing that slide thing, that was the 2 position. That was the 2 position. Gig bag. Yeah, it comes with a gig bag. Doesn't come with a regular case. That's just how they roll. I can't speak to it, okay? I don't know what their reasoning is. I don't know what their reasoning is, but that's what Fender has. That's not a Wildwood thing. That's a Fender thing. So what do I think of the vintage frets? Very good question. I have a tendency to gravitate towards what Wildwood does with their Wildwood 10s, the 10-inch radius and the 6105 frets. But that being said, I do have that 53 Tele, which has obviously the old radius and has the smaller frets on it. And I find that there's certain vibratos that I find easier to do with the smaller frets. They have a thing. That's all I'm going to say. They have a thing. And I grew up playing on that radius and style of fret, so it kind of goes. I kind of go back to my lizard brain when I'm playing the smaller frets in the old school radius. I go, oh, like a lizard. Back to the day when I was what? Lizard brainsman. And just comes right on back. Comes right on back. Yeah. That's a good old riff. Old Clap Tony, he had a few riffs at him. That's a good riff. I also like the riff in the... That middle position, that sounds pretty doggone good to me. Sounds pretty doggone good to me. We're gonna do ba-ba-ba-ba-do. Someone asked if I'd use the number 2 position for slide all the time. Not all the time. A lot of times I'll do a bridge pickup and maybe roll the tone control back. Can you dig it? Good, clean fun with this guitar. I'll take it and run for the damn hills. Run, Fruta hills. Fruta? Run, Gouda. Oh, folks. Again, this is our friendly neighborhood Vintera Stratocaster sent to me by our friends at Wildwood Guitars. They got a few of them out there. This one's going back as soon as I get done doing some videos with it. And this is a Vintera 50s Strat, made in Mexico. Mexico, if you will. Yeah. 7.59 pounds, pretty nice, right? Am I right? How's the trim? It's good. I just use it for my little... Can you dig it? It sounds so good, it sounds so right. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy the True Fire courses. I do have a new one coming out April 5th called My Guitar Heroes. Interesting, I posted that video was going to be available with the 5, I had to pick 6 guitar heroes of mine. Of course, I've got a million guitar heroes, but I picked the ones that were all the gateway drugs for me. Most where I got, once I studied there, I fanned out from there. Kind of, that's how I did it. And because people were like, "What about Danny Gatton? What about this guy? What about that guy? What about this?" And then people were like just doing random ones. What about Gary Moore? I'm like, these are my influences. Okay, you may have your own influences, and that's cool. But for the purposes of my guitar heroes, which is the course that I was commissioned to do, I picked 6 of my guitar heroes, FYI, okay? And as I said, I picked them as the primary ones that got me off, that I studied on, and then I fanned out from there. They were my gateway drugs. And certainly Danny Gatton's a huge influence. Dwayne Allman, Johnny Winter, Larry Carlton. Wes Montgomery, Grant Green, Dickie Betts, Mike Bloomfield. It goes on and on and on. Albert Collins, B.B. King, the hugest. It was a hard one between B.B. and Albert, but I picked Albert King because that had such a, well, it could have been either one of the blues guys. I wanted to cover one of the major blues guys that I was into at the time. So there you go. Can you dig it? But it'll diddle 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 diddle. Freddie King, there you go. Let's do a little well. Oh, well. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen, for coming round to this feed. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pretty nice guitar for $1,000, 11 hundo. Pretty nice guitar for 11 hundo. Time for a happy birthday song again. Whose birthday is it now? Bent neck? What? Bent neck? Don't have no bent neck. Joy Buzzer just likes the song. Happy birthday to you. Oh, what do we got here? We got a little mystery tuning. It'll happen. Guitar just out of the box. Guitar just out of the box. This guitar does feel like it has 9s on it, though. I will say that. Most of the guitars I get from Wildwood have 10s on it. It's always someone's birthday. That's a fact. It's always someone's birthday. That is kind of a Bill Murray version. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear whatever individual whose day it might be, their day of birth. Happy birthday to you, Scooby-Doo. Happy birthday to you. Wow, that went someplace. Sweet tea bends? You mean like? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Cialis commercial vibes? I don't think so, Pally boy. Good God. Good God almighty. About castles made of gristle? I like that. shuffle took over. Shit. Sorry. Pedal was supposed to stop there, and it didn't. I get mad with technology. Do I prefer rosewood or maple necks? Mostly maple. Mostly maple, although I'm not opposed to rosewood. And on one of my signature reverends, I have roasted maple on one, and I have ebony on the other one. I hate it when I kick a pedal at the right time, and then it just doesn't do what I need it to do. And I look down and say, shame! Shame! That's what I say to it. I say shame. That's what I do. By the way, I was using the harmonic vibrato on the Koch amplifier. If we want to look down at the pedalboard of doom and destruction, what do I got here? That's the looper I'm using, the clone looper by MXR. I'm using the Gristle King pedal right there. I actually sell those through my website. And that's a clean boost and an overdrive. So it sounds like without the clean boost. With it. Overdrive on top of that. Occasionally what I'll do is I'll hit a delay on, like either a slapback or a longer delay over here. But usually I just have reverb on, and then I'll use the delay for special effects here and there, but I don't like to have a ton of delay on at all times. Can you dig it? Sneakerfoot lurks. Yeah. The retro vibe's still on there. It's part of this. It's part of this thing. Hang on. we got? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Yes, the ventilator is my personal favorite of the Leslie stimulators and simulators. It simulates and it stimulates. Wow, I cleared my throat while saying something. What? Can you dig it? A lot of juice coming off that gristle. I like that kind of talk. I like it. Now, if I just use the overdrive on the amp, and you can hear what that sounds like. That's just the amp. So that's no pedals, just the amp. And that amp sounds damn good. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to tell you that right doggone now. Green Strat, Vintera Strat from our friends at Fender. This is a Mexican-made instrument, and it's got the old school radius, 7 1/4 inch radius, old school frets. Let's see what they're calling these pickups again. I think they're just calling vintage 50s pickups. Who's the most famous person's guitar you've played? That's hard to say. I played one of Bruce Springsteen's Telecasters. I played a bunch of Joe Bonamassa's Les Pauls. Paul Barrere's guitars I used to play. Robin Ford's Tele I've played. Boy, it's hard to think what else. I played one of Dwayne Allman's. He had a 335. I played that rascal. I played one guitar that Buddy Miles. It was Buddy Miles' guitar that used to be Hendrix's. So that's probably the most famous guitar. Can you dig it? Will you dig it? Koch amps are, yes, they're made in the Netherlands. They're made in the Netherlands. Does Robin keep high action on his blonde Tele? I didn't notice that. I thought it was just normal. It felt comfy to me. It rang like a doggone piece of the. My buddy Jeff Denger. It rang like a piece of the true cross. Oh, Lord. Greetings from Plymouth, England, Greg. Thank you. I dig those Vintera 50s pickups in my telly. They're awesome. They do sound good, Michael May. They do sound good. Which famous guitar did you enjoy the most? You know, I liked them all. I couldn't really say. The Axe of the Covenant. I like that. Wow. Got to mention Chris Rock. Bless him. He did take that hit pretty good, I thought. He's just like, wow. Didn't flinch. Makes me think, I don't want to think about it at all. Let's not think about it ever again. What do you say? Let's make a pact. It's over. It wasn't real. Even if it was real, it's not real. What? Lovely Netherlands. Lots of debauchery, says Rich Moran. You know what? By the time I got to the Netherlands, my debauchery days were over. Nothing but art museums and food by the time I started rocking the Netherlands. Back in the day, had I been a young hedonistic beast with a passport, it might have been different, but nope. By the time I got over there, it was all wholesome activities. Ned Niederlander. I like doing a little bit of that. Just folks who want this little fun thing. You know, bridge pickup on a fine guitar such as this. You can do a version of chicken picking where you're actually just doing alternate picking. But every other note is a pinch harmonic. So I'm choking way up on the pick there. And I also loosening up down here, so I'm very. Laura asks, is chicken picking difficult? Well, yeah. I mean, it's... when I'm doing it that way, every other note is kind of muted by having your finger on the same string. Finger and thumb are on the same string. Or you can do pick and middle finger on the same string. Or you can do that thing I just showed you with the alternate picking. There will be a test. There will be a test on the chicken picking fricassee. Yeah, Travis picking's a whole nother thing. I always say when you're learning Travis picking, it's always best to just kind of maybe start out with the Mystery Train riff. Then you can move it up to, after a while, you can add another syncopation to it. Uh-oh. Or Oh, there you go. Chicken picking fricassee is good for your soul. Someone's asking about a clean boost. My Gristle King pedal has the clean boost and overdrive in one doggone pedal. Available where? GregKoch.com. A place of power. GregKoch.com. A place of mirth. GregKoch.com. .com. Wow. Take the sticker off. It's not mine. I'm not going to take the sticker off. I got to send it back. It's going to be someone else's. I can't take the sticker off. That's the funnest part. Get home with your new guitar and you want to take the sticker off. What? What did I think of the movie Crossroads with Steve Vai? I remember enjoying it back in the day, and I really liked it because I enjoyed Steve Vai's part, but I loved the fact that Ry Cooder was playing all the slide parts, which was magnifico. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? A ribbidi-boo. Can you dig it? Ba-dig-a-doo-doo. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for tuning in today to the Wildwood stream. Today's guitar, as with every time that I do a Wildwood stream, whatever guitars I'm playing, there is going to be a link in the description of the video that you can click on and be magically whisked away through the modern technological prowess of the intergoogles. And you will be taken to the Wildwood website where you can stare upon the statistics and pictures and pertinent informations. Multiple information is informations, apparently. And you can check it out. Well, thank you, Paul. I'm glad you out there in movie land have been come along for the ride. Someone wanted a little bit of something like that. All right, folks, we'll see you later.